So welcome back. In this, I'm going to take up a few questions, maybe a couple of questions, all directed to indifference curve. Just have a look. Like for example, if you're given a table, or if they ask you to make a table, so how will you do it? Like for example, again, consumers equilibrium under indifference curve analysis, you should know what is the MRX, what is that is marginal rate of substitution, and what is the market rate of exchange, and you can find out what would be a suitable combination. That's what we'll work out. So look at this. And of course, the two conditions are MRS is equal to MRE, and the second is MRS should be continuously falling. And in this explanation, we can do with this help of this table. And the first, so in the above example, A, B, C, and D represent different combinations of good X and good Y that provide the same level of satisfaction to the consumer. And the prices are given as rupees 10 and rupees 5. Now, column 4 indicates the marginal rate of substitution at which good X is substituted for Y without affecting the level of satisfaction. So, so marginal rate of substitution means if you want to increase X, as we are increasing X, how much of the goods you're giving up of Y. So you can see that. So at A, if the combination was 1 and 10, in the second on B combination, when you want to buy an additional of X unit, you had to give up 3 units of Y in order to do that, and so on. Now, let's take column 4. Column 4 indicates the marginal rate of substitution at which good X is substituted for Y without affecting the level of satisfaction. So this is what you see here. And in column 4, it indicates the marginal rate of substitution. Okay, column 4 we finished. Column 5 shows the market rate of exchange, the ratio of prices, that is Px upon Py, between the two goods at which good X is substituted for good Y. Okay. So the rate at which the market requires sacrifice of one good to obtain extra unit of other good is called market rate of exchange. Now combination C is the optimum bundle for the consumer because at this level of consumption both the conditions of equilibrium are satisfied. So 2y is to 1x, you find that in MRS, and 2y is to 1x, you find that in the price ratio or the market rate of exchange. So when he moves from combination B to C, he is willing to sacrifice 2 units of Y to obtain 1 more unit of X. As per the market prices of goods, he is also required to sacrifice 2 units of Y for 1 unit of X, as the price of X is 2 times the price of Y. So MRS is equal to Px upon Py, so 2 is equal to 2, and that's how. So the optimum bundle becomes like, what is the 3 and 5. So having said that, suppose there's another question that you could get is, like for example, if you get a question as show diagrammatically. So if there are some indifference curve, there are 3 indifference curve as shown here. So which would be the best, which would bring about consumers equilibrium? So in the Hickson analysis of demand, so if they ask you that, or they ask you, even if they ask you why is the consumer in equilibrium when he buys only that combination of 2 goods that is shown at the point of tangency of the budget line with the indifference curve, explain. So all of that, these questions, to give the answer to this question, you have to put this diagram and explain it. So let me start with the explanation. Consumer's equilibrium will be at the point where he gets maximum satisfaction with a given money income. As such, a consumer will attempt to reach the highest indifference curve which is within his purchasing power, shown by the budget line. Hence, a consumer will be at equilibrium at the point when the following 2 conditions are satisfied. One is when marginal rate of substitution is equal to market rate of exchange, or the ratio of prices. Now let the 2 goods be X and Y. The first condition for consumer's equilibrium is that MRS is equal to Px upon Py. Now suppose MRS is greater than Px Py, what will happen? So okay, where MRS is equal to MRE, that is point E. Now suppose that if MRS is greater than PX, PY, so what happens? It means that the consumer is willing to pay more for X than the price prevailing in the market. As a result, the consumer buys more of X. This leads to a fall in MRS, and MRS continues to fall till it becomes equal to the ratio of prices and the equilibrium is established. So that is above E, and it will be reverse if it goes beyond E. That means the MRS is going to fall if you consider any point on after that. So then what happens? And the second thing is that the MRS after point E, of course, MRS falls continuously, but after E, it won't be in his interest to go along buying more of or buying more of X, getting more of X. So MRS, unless MRS continuously falls, the equilibrium cannot be established. That is also there. So the diagram shows the equilibrium of a consumer. A consumer will be at equilibrium at E because he gets maximum satisfaction from his given money income. He will not like to shift to any point left of E because the level of satisfaction is lower. He will like to move to the right of E, but his money income is not sufficient to achieve it. So in order to make use of his entire money or the budget as we have studied in this concept and this model, so E is the point of consumer's equilibrium.